Welcome to week 2 of God Sightings on Block Island. I'm Pastor Peter Preiser of Harbor Church, and all this month we are looking for evidence of the divine in familiar places around the island. Last week we began by talking about how we can sharpen our focus and increase our awareness of God's presence in our daily lives. In the rest of our time together, we'll be exploring where that focus takes us. We'll examine how we experience God and the divine in different places, people, and the seasons of our lives. And we'll be talking about how we express our spirituality through different activities, events, and relationships. Today, we'll be at 2 different locations. Right now, we're on one of the trails approaching the west shore of the island. Do you see anything that looks familiar yet? Here's a hint. We'll end up at Sandy Point looking for seals. As a part of the Nature Conservancy's seal monitoring program, I'm part of a team that keeps track of these beautiful creatures as they visit our island. It's just one small way that I can show my love for God by visiting one of His beautiful moments and places in creation. Many of us find that caring for our environment is an important expression of who we are. If you haven't figured it out yet, we've been traveling through the Block Island National Wildlife Refuge on a trail that runs between Middle Pond and Sakeums Pond. The North Lighthouse is off in the distance, and that's where we'll be headed next. In one of the narrative passages in the Hebrew Scripture, that's the Old Testament of the Bible, the patriarch Moses has an experience of God in the wilderness. It's the story some of us know as Moses and the Burning Bush. One day, Moses was tending a flock of sheep in the wilderness of the Sinai Peninsula. While he was out there, he saw a bush engulfed in flames, but it didn't burn up. "This is amazing," Moses said to himself. "Why isn't that bush burning up? I must go and see about this myself." As Moses came to take a closer look, God called to him from the middle of the bush. "Moses, Moses!" "Here I am," Moses replied. "Do not come any closer," the Lord answered. "Take off your sandals, for you are standing on holy ground." The word holy or sacred can be understood most simply as something that is set apart in a special way. It can be anything, any place, anyone. In Moses' story, the presence of God set the place apart and made it significant for him. Have you ever experienced a burning bush in your life? Maybe you've seen one here at Sandy Point, where the currents meet and the seals gather, or in Rodman's Hollow while you were bird watching. Where are your holy places that provide significant moments in your life? Where are some of your favorite places to experience God or to express your spirituality? And what is it about these particular places that makes them special? What makes them important to you? How does your experience in these sacred spaces enhance your life and the lives of others? How do you share them with others? And what activities do you engage in to care for these spaces and keep them special? At the end of the story, Moses asked the divine, "Who are you? If people ask me about this moment, whom I've met, what shall I tell them? What's your name?" God replied to Moses, "I am who I am. If anyone asks you about me, simply tell them that you have met with the great I am." Where and how have you experienced the I am in your life? Where and how? In what ways? How has the I am shaped your life? And what can you tell others about this experience? We will continue this discussion this coming Saturday morning, December 7th at 9 a.m. in Harbor Church's parlor. Join us if you can. But if you can't, you can always watch the discussion on our Facebook page as a live event. And look for another video a week from now. But in the meantime, keep looking for the great I am.